true. I can't hear a thing, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me because I can't hear nothing. It's probably my fault though. How are y'all doing? Happy Wednesday evening. We're finally here. Hope sound is good. I tried to do a sound check. I don't know what's going on. I tried, child. Okay. Got the sound good. Audio, y'all can hear me good. I can hear y'all good. Perfect. One day, I'm manifesting this. One day, there's going to be production behind the show. And I'm not going to have to do everything by myself. So we're manifesting that. Okay. Can we have a producer? Let's get a producer. And we're not going to have to do it all. Man, it is Wednesday. It is the day. I don't even know what today is. Like it's Wednesday, but it's like the day that you have to completely get over last week and move on to this week. Of course, you're supposed to move on to it the day after, and usually sometimes I do. But them Commander fans, I didn't really have that many problems when we went live last week. But it was like they just started coming out of the woodworks. Like, granted, the video that I did at the what game was that? The Wizards and Warriors game. It was last Monday, and I shot the video with Bobby Wagner and Jaden Daniels and Bobby Wagner, and I was just like, "Go Steelers!" And Bobby was like, "Y'all gonna lose." Okay, it got like lit in the comments or whatever. Fine, but let me tell you, it got a little lit in the comments, but it was okay. Like I was okay with it just being in the comments, and then everybody started going crazy. And that is where I had the problem because I was like, "Why are you got beef with us? Why are you so mad at us when we only face you guys every 4 years? So what are you mad at? What do we do to you? And like, why are you so upset?" Didn't have an answer. Didn't have an answer there. Still don't have an answer now. But hey, fast forward. Even I live in Maryland, being in the DMV, seeing all the Commanders fans and seeing how they responded to us. It was really like, why? We only see you every 4 years. You're not really on our level. Like, yes, you're having a good season. That's great. But you're not our threat. You're not our enemy. You are a casual opponent. And that's that. So I don't know what the beef was. They were really loud. They were really obnoxious. They were really unhumble. I was told that we weren't a threat to them in any capacity. We weren't going to be able to get to Jaden Daniels because they held Myles Garrett to no sacks. They held Dexter Lawrence to no sacks. So we weren't going to be able to get to them. And they were so concerned on TJ Watt. And listen, I love me some TJ Watt, and we know what teams do and try to game plan to keep TJ Watt from making those game-changing plays. But guess what else? I told them you had Alex Highsmith on the other side, and you had the guys up front. And they disregarded it because they felt like they weren't a threat. Cam Hayward reminded them he's still a problem in this league. Mm-hmm. Alex Highsmith was also sending that pressure before he got injured. And even when he got in the play, he got injured, he was sending the pressure. He got injured while he was sending pressure. So listen, listen, I know you didn't want to believe that you could lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I don't know, like you were hanging your hat high on the fact that we lost to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. This is not that same team. It's not that same team. They went into the game talking about how their running back didn't matter, that they didn't have their starting running back, their leading rushing running back. Um, they didn't have their kicker. None of those things mattered at the end of the day. But we scored touchdowns. We scored all touchdowns. All touchdowns. It messed up my bet that I had for the season. I had a bet that the Pittsburgh Steelers would have a field goal in every game. So that's done now because we didn't get a field goal in this particular game. And it's okay. It's okay. I will lose that bet if it means we're scoring 4 touchdowns a game. That is amazing. I was disappointed at the game. I was there. I was disappointed at the fans. I felt like they weren't loud enough in the weary times. And that hurts my feelings all the time. When we're in there and we're on defense, I don't care if we're down a cent, a penny. You cheer for your defense. We had of course, everyone on TV saw that we had taken over that stadium. Everyone saw that. So the fact that they were as quiet as they were when the Pittsburgh Steelers was on defense, they should have been ashamed. And I'm talking early in the game. I'm not talking later in the game when it became competitive and became tight and, we were scoring touchdowns again. They were in it. But I'm like, in the weary times, they need you. And, they got there. But I was so heavily disappointed in the 2:00 hour of what those fans were doing. 1:00, 2:00 hour, because it was embarrassing. I was embarrassed. I'm like, why are all of us are here and it's not enough? No, it don't sound like we're all here. So I was disappointed with that, but extremely happy with the win. Shout out to Russell Wilson. He did not have his best first half. He didn't. I think he started 9 of 20 and then ended up, was it 14 for 28? So, he made those critical passes that mattered. He did have an interception. But man, we got it done. All right, let's get the show started. Got my guy here. What up, Kev?
Yo, what's going on, D?
How are you? How's my sounds? You got me good?
Sound good from there, yeah. You straight over
Okay,
here.
cool. Awesome, man. How are you feeling off of that W?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good. It was real good. Let me say here, like the fact that a lot of people had the Commanders winning, and the Commanders being the team that they are, like very good. That's the best team that we played so far, and the way that we showed up, I felt like we could have scored more points. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we kind of owned, like we could have dominated the game. It was a great game, definitely a great game, but it was definitely a good test. I love the test. Like we passed that test. Now they're saying that test wasn't good enough.
That's what I told them. I said, welcome to being nobodies, because what did they say before? They were like, y'all didn't play nobody. Y'all didn't beat anybody. You beat Russell Wilson, beat the Jets. Russell Wilson beat Dane. Dane, you have to come on, Dane. Where's Dane? I need Dane to come up on the show. I see him in the comments. Dane, get in here. Hold on. Pause for the cause. We got to get Dane in the show. Hold on. We haven't talked to Dane in a long time. And this man is giving Coach Tomlin his flowers. And I want to hear this.
Yeah, I've been seeing.
I want to hear this. But they said that, what was I talking about? What were we saying? My train of thought.
I was just saying basically how, that was our first test. Like that's where we kind of left off at. Like now they saying,
oh yeah, I said welcome. I was like, welcome to being nobodies. Because the Commanders fans were telling us we didn't beat nobody. They were telling us that we beat the Jets and we beat the Giants. They're nobodies. They're bad teams, and that's just the teams Russell Wilson beat, right? Then you take on the teams that Justin Fields beat. We didn't beat nobody. So then I said, welcome to being nobodies, because now you've become a part of that list. You're nobody when we beat you. And then guess what? We lose to nobody teams too. So welcome to being nobodies. You were going to be a nobody either way. Sorry, I'm trying to send you this link. They got some people that want to come on.
All right.
And just send me a message on Twitter and I'll send you the link, because it's like I'll spend all day trying to find you. So yeah,
I'm just looking at the comments. Shout out everybody in the comments, man. Dane, pop up.
Dane, please pop up, Dane. I would love. He was at the game as well.
Yeah.
And so I had to I got to see him. Oh, here we go. There he is. What up?
Yeah, man. I'll be seeing him on X, man. He sound like he look like, I can't say sound, but the way I read the tweets, I'm like, yo, it's a new man. Like,
yeah, he got new attitude. He got a new attitude, don't he? Brand new.
I love it, man.
I love it too, Dave. I really do. What did you think about that win? How did you feel? Was it nostalgia for you? It was nostalgic, wasn't it? I know. I'm gonna speak for you.
It was beautiful. This is why. I was confident. Like, I felt good that we got the quarterback that I know can bring us back. I felt at ease. I felt comfortable. I felt like, you know what? I know Russ can bring us back at any time.
Yeah.
And that's
I was
how I
not
felt.
stressed.
I didn't have that feeling with Fields. I'll be honest with you. But with Russ, I know we can score at any time, any drive. And I'm comfortable. And that was, I'm not sure if that was a statement win. This coming Sunday is a statement win for me.
For sure.
But it was a good win on the road against a tough opponent. And like Kev said, nobody was giving us a shot to win. Everybody's picking us to lose. So now the media, all of a sudden, now they want to hop on the bandwagon because Russ is doing his thing. I'm not buying that.
Listen, I know Tomlin, I was. Oh, go ahead, Mike. You said Mike Tomlin. What'd you say? Go ahead. What'd you say?
Look, Tomlin made the gutsy move to say, Fields, it's time for you to sit down. It's time to put somebody in here that's going to win us a championship. And he basically said that. He said, you know what? I'm ready to win a championship. And that's what he put Russ in there. And that's all she wrote right there. So,
Coach of the year move right there.
That was a coach of the year move. Absolutely. So Tomlin did his thing. So I'm good.
We always take advantage of when Dane gives Mike Tomlin his flowers. So we're just gonna take a moment to just let that soak in, and remember this and cherish this for as long as we possibly can.
But look, it's still playoff win or bust. I'm just telling you that right now. But matter of fact,
I said what I said. We're cherishing this for as long as we can. Okay.
No, I'm thinking higher now, though. I'm thinking 2 playoff wins now. I'm thinking that because we have the team to do it.
You can't move the goalposts. You can't move the goalposts right now.
All right. I'll leave it alone. But
you can't move the goalposts.
I won't move the goalposts. But
because you moving the goalposts means like that to me means he's already exceeded your expectations.
He has exceeded my
that.
expectations.
So you can't be mad. Nah. Because if he don't win the one, you're gonna want, you're gonna like have a fit. But you're so happy right now, and it's right there. You can do more. You can do more. Like no.
I'm happy. As a matter of fact, there's another thing. That fake punt, I loved it.
Me too.
I loved it. I just didn't love the field position and where they did it at.
But it worked. It worked. All I had to do was catch it. But
yeah, I get it because we don't do that. So that it's something that we don't do. And so to know that you have that in your bag, like, wait a minute, now we got to pay attention. We got to watch it. It's great. And I love that they're thinking like that. because they don't want to put Waitman in a situation. So it's great thinking. Shout out to Danny Smith too. Special teams came back and made a play after that. So they made up for it. I was about to bring up something else. My memory just went blank. We were talking about Tomlin and Russell. I felt that whole entire game at ease. I was not like, of course, when we go up, I'm happy. But even when we went down, I was not panicky. And I was just like, we're going to do this. It's just a matter of when we're going to do it. It's going to happen. I didn't panic. It was crazy. Even the interception happened. I was just like, oh man, yes, it sucks. But I didn't think the game was out of reach. It just, the game did not get out of reach to me, in my opinion. And I just knew at any given moment we were going to get in the end zone.
I just knew the moment would be too big for Washington. I knew it. And I knew Russ. Russ is Russ, man. Russ is Russ.
He's accepted, man.
Huh?
He's accepted for who he is, who he is. I saw him be so calm in his interviews. He sounded like Coach Tomlin, but that only means he's listening to Coach T. You feel me? But it's like every time you hear him speak, it's authentic. It's not like, it don't look corny. You feel me? It don't look like he putting on a front. It's like, nah, like this is him. This is how he feel. He really believed this. And the guys believe that he believed it. You feel me? So it's a trickle-down effect what Russ is doing with the team.
No doubt.
So I wanted to bring up this team and just watching them again on the sidelines. They are having a ball. I mean, defense and offense and special teams, just how they're communicating up and down the sideline, how they're congratulating each other. Again, I say how they're loving on each other. It is beautiful to see. And I'm just so happy that they're happy and they're enjoying what's going on right now collectively. I don't know. Even the coach, coaching, the coach is Arthur Smith, to see the smile on his face when one of those guys goes out and make a play and they go on the sideline and they get to smile and laugh and hug on Arthur Smith. It's just beautiful. It's because we haven't been a part of that in a couple years. It's lovely. George Pickens again had a stellar performance, outstanding performance. You could say that the DBs weren't superior, but the man put up when he needed, got it done and put up when we needed him to put up. And of being there, you thought the catch was awesome, but seeing the catch on tape, it was like, oh my goodness, it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like some Spider-Man stuff. I don't even know. I don't even know what George got going on, but he is just, you could just see he's just a happy camper. And all that stuff, all that negativity about his attitude and, all that, that's expected when a guy can play like that. I feel like that comes with it. You don't get what you saw on Sunday and not expect a guy to have some attitude, to have, to give you some funk with it. I just feel like those two things exist in the same body. So, anyway, how did y'all feel? Yeah, how did y'all feel about the defense overall? Because they did let up in the third quarter. They did allow 2 scores in the third quarter. First time this season. So how did you feel? Even though we started and gave them 7 in the beginning, that's not on the defense. How did you feel about the defense performance overall? Because that 20-point thing is the thing for us. If you score over 20 points on the Steelers, you lose.
See, this is where I'm at, right? With the Steelers defense. I don't know if I should be happy from what I'm seeing or what, because my expectations is high. I think, I'm not old enough to have seen the 70s Steelers, but I definitely seen the 05 Steelers, and I saw the second version of that. You know what I'm saying? Dominating. Teams couldn't rush for 50 yards against the Steelers. I still remember when the Steelers had like a 23-game streak, not letting a 100-yard rusher, and then Thomas Jones from the Jets, he broke that one year, man. It hurt my heart. But I'm remembering things like that. So when I look at our defense and we giving up a lot of yards and stuff, I'm like, ugh. But we're not breaking though. And it's not to the point where it's bend, don't break. We're bending a little bit, but it's like we're not breaking at all. Even when they score, it's like it's a good play from them. Like it's not necessarily like our fault for real. It's just a good play by them. Yeah. So I don't know if I should be happy about what I'm seeing because the defense is not bad. It's still a top 10 defense, but it's like it's my expectations just too high. So I'm not really enjoying it because we're not totally shutting teams down, But that's when it's hard to judge the defense for me.
Yeah, I'm on the same level with you, Kev. Usually, just like you said, I'm usually confident that the defense is going to get their stops, right? Not so confident recently, but overall, they're just solid. Like you said, they're bend don't break type defense. Porter could do better. Patrick Queen is coming around now. So it's just, we just got to put it all together. That's all. We got the injuries are starting. Highsmith is injured. So I don't know how we're going to rectify that, but.
Well, look, Preston came in and got a sack.
I'm sorry?
Preston Smith came in and made his presence known. People were talking crazy about TJ Watt, but there were series where TJ Watt was on the sideline. Yeah. A lot more than, I thought. And I was like, why is TJ not in the game? But they were giving him the necessary rest.
We're going to need him.
They're going to need him. And so as much as the Commanders fans want to brag about what TJ Watt didn't do, they were preserving him. They were, he was staying off the field more than they probably realized. I don't have a snap count. I could go look it up, but it don't matter to me. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. I saw him standing there like with his hands on his hip when the end of that game. And there were series where he did not, maybe towards the end, but he did not play. So
I feel like Tomlin was like, you know what? I ain't too impressed by this game. The game I want you to play every snap is next week against the Ravens. So, I'm gonna let you rest.
We need you for Lamar. You cannot.
You know what I'm saying?
You cannot go missing against Lamar Jackson.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
I'm with you. Unfortunately, we won't have Alex Highsmith. He got an ankle injury. I was looking at the injury report today. Of course, Najee also suffered an ankle injury. He didn't practice today. Pruitt is.
I think he'll be straight though. I think he'll be straight.
I think Najee will be okay. They probably give him some extra rest. He came back in the game. And I thought it was, I don't know if you guys heard it at home. I thought it was dope where like everyone was screaming for Najee.
I heard that.
And then he just like mustered it up to get off the field. I don't know. Did you hear that at home, Kev? Like,
yeah. You heard Still a Nation loud and clear. It was moments in the game that I forgot that we wasn't home.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Still a Nation was very, very loud in there.
Yeah,
I love seeing it.
So, and that first touchdown to and I'm bringing this up because this guy just came back from injury, but that first touchdown of George Pickens in the end zone, Cordero Patterson had this amazing block. And that gave Russell Wilson the opportunity to throw that ball. And I was like, thank goodness he's back. And I can't wait to see more of him on the field. Yes, Herbig was practicing this week, so he should be back. That's going to help at that opposite side of TJ position. And who else? Oh, Frazier was back this week.
Yeah.
It was just business as usual with that.
Yeah.
Roger
McCollum did a great job filling in, man, because we really didn't see a drop off.
No issues with McCollum.
Yeah. So
Broderick had a good game.
Holding it down.
We got to give flowers to Broderick.
Yeah.
No question.
He had a good game.
No question.
Yeah. I didn't like him in certain points of the game, but it was as far as like pass blocking, he was good.
He stepped up. He stepped up big time. No question about that.
He stepped up. So that was good. The running. So Jalen Warren, when they went back to the run, they were cooking. He was averaging like 5 yards a carry almost. And it was just like, yes. And he was getting us down there and they're making it happen. And then, of course, you get that fumble at the 1 yard line. And
was it a fumble, though?
They punched it. They punched it.
It's Jalen Warren.
Yeah. Well, no, it was a punch out. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was like being careless with it. It was a punch out.
I'm just saying you can't give him the benefit of the doubt because he fumbled.
His reputation messes him up right now. So
I don't know that, but that
it was a good play by the defense for sure. It was unfortunate because they should have blew the play dead anyway. But I get it.
I think that's what people thought. I thought there was a whistle because honestly, in the stadium. Oh, he's playing it back.
I'm watching the game right now.
I was like, yeah. In the stadium, we thought there was a whistle, and it wasn't until that corner of the stadium started cheering. We were like, "What's going on? What happened? Like, wait, fumble?" We thought it was dead. We thought he was down. So we couldn't tell that there was a fumble over there. But obviously, watching the play, you can see it got
yeah.
And I think it's like he couldn't really do anything about it. I don't know if his arm was pinned or what. He couldn't he really couldn't recover. He wasn't in a position to cover it because I think he came down on like a commander player or something like that too. So
it's crazy that drive. I really wanted Najee to get back in the game. I don't like just that drive. I'm like, all right, Jalen did some things. He did some things. All right, Najee time. Man, Najee not getting in. Damn, Najee not getting in. Jalen Warren, he about to score. Damn, he fumbled.
Yeah,
but for some reason I wanted Najee to finish that drive. I don't know why, man. And
how did you feel after that fumble, though? I mean, how was you feeling after that fumble? As far as
I didn't feel like we was gonna lose the game. It was just unfortunate, you know.
I felt in that position, that field position, a couple of things could happen. We was gonna get a safety. I was like, man, we're gonna end up getting a safety. But I still did not waver. I was like, because my service was terrible. I couldn't go live. I couldn't do nothing in there. I couldn't tweet. I was so mad. Like, I was like, no, I need to communicate. I need to let people know I'm not stressed. And I was stressed because I couldn't get the message out. But so I was just like recording myself during the process. It's like, we just fumbled at the 1. I am still not worried. I am still not concerned. Like we're gonna get this ball back and we're gonna get in the end zone. Like we're even more hungry. Like it's even like, you know, y'all kind of set yourselves up now. Like we even more motivated to come at you crazy because, you know, we almost had it. But I really thought we were getting a safety. Even before the plays came out the way that they did, I just knew we were getting a safety, and it didn't happen. But
did they get points that drive?
Huh?
Did they get points on that drive? I feel like they had like a 90-yard drive on us.
They were moving the ball a little bit. I don't
think they got points that drive.
They had like a long drive. Like one of their drives was like either 70 yards or the 90 yards. Maybe I'm tripping.
No, I don't think they got points that drive because that was in the fourth quarter. And did they score in the fourth quarter? I don't think they scored in the fourth quarter. Let me double check.
No, I don't think they scored in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because that was in the fourth quarter.
I don't think they scored.
They scored 10 points in the third.
Yeah,
I think that was it. So my recollection. I've been looking at a lot of Baltimore numbers, and we're gonna get there very, very soon. We got a special guest. We got a Baltimore guest in the building today. So we're gonna talk about that matchup here. It is our first divisional game. So it is a lot on the line here as far as respect. AFC North positioning, the division is on the line here. And I feel like the Steelers they got a little bit of respect. And mind you, let me just make this very clear. I'm the apology bucket is done. I'm not accepting no more apologies from nobody. Like you had 2 weeks to give apologies to Mike Tomlin. You had 2 weeks to give apologies to Russell Wilson. There ain't no more apologies accepted over here. You stay over there. Colin, what's his name?
Colin Cowherd.
Stay, please don't ever. No, stay.
Even Stephen A.
Stay where you were. Like you are not allowed to come over here.
I'm waiting for Dan Orlovsky, whatever his name is.
No, he's done. I don't care. I don't care when you change your mind. You had 2 weeks to do it. We're done. I don't care.
Everything he roots for don't do good.
Right.
Yeah, we're good. Nobody. I don't need nobody else's recognition or apology. We're good. Stay where you are and just watch the show. Watch the show. So we're talking about this matchup here, and
nervous.
Let me bring in Trey. I'm gonna bring in Trey here. What's up, Trey?
What's up? What's going on, family?
Yeah, you're our first victim. We haven't had a victim before.
Never, ever? Like,
no, I don't think. I think one time we did have a Ravens person, but I don't know if it was Ravens week.
Gotcha.
The funny thing is, I went to Rita and Glenn Clark's. They do the Arthur Millette show. So I went to the Arthur Millette show last night. And
okay, yeah, I saw that. I saw you there. Yeah, I saw that.
So I went out there and I listened. And of course, Arthur Millette has a ton of respect for Coach Tomlin. And they talked about the rivalry. It was so respectful. And he was like, I just don't want to see my teammates bouncing their heads to Renegade. Like, I just don't want to see none of that. He's like, no, when they play Renegade, you just gotta lock in, like just get even more locked in. Do not be over there bobbing your heads and none of that. Because we didn't lost you already. So they said some pretty fun things about the rivalry overall, and of course Patrick Queen being over there and kind of like we ain't really friends right now. We ain't friends this week type thing.
He the op for sure.
Yeah, he's an op, and then of course Deontay Johnson's over there. They talked a little bit about him being on that squad now. But how are you? Before we go, how are you feeling about this week's matchup?
I am so excited for this matchup. This feels like the rivalry's been dead for a few years, maybe going back to like 2020. And I'm not saying that because, we're like we've won only 3 out of the last 10, matchups. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying because I know Lamar has missed a couple of those matchups due to COVID injuries. And then last year, that final matchup really didn't have any meaning for us, at least on one side. So this is like the first time where really the stakes are high. You got 7-2 versus 7-3. This is for the division lead. I know we see each other down the road again. I'm so pumped up for this game. And you talked about Deontay Johnson, who used to be a Steeler. You talk about Patrick Queen, who used to be a Raven. And this is going to be one of those ones for sure. I'm really excited about it. I wish I could go to the game. For real.
Yeah, I mean, I was planning to be in there, and I don't think that I will be, but I think Dane will be there.
Better believe it.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Why you look like that?
Huh?
I said, why you look like that?
You know you going to the game. Stop playing. You know you going. How you gonna miss that game?
Wait, ain't you having like a team bus or something?
I asked the people if they wanted it. They said yes, and no one signed up. So I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
People just be talking, man.
Yeah. I was like, I took a survey before.
Oh my God.
And no one signed up. So.
D, I ain't gonna lie to you, D. So my son turns 10 on Friday, and I've been trying to figure out, where to take him. I know the Knicks are playing at the Garden Friday night and Sunday night. I thought I could take him there. Then I thought about the game on Sunday in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, maybe we should just go to Pittsburgh, Sunday for the game for his birthday. Then that would be his first football game. So, wow, nobody signed up.
Nobody signed up, and I'm not driving. So the only way I go is if
wow.
So that's where I am. So the bus is pretty much a cancel.
If you want to go Saturday, just let me know because I'm going Saturday.
So D, do you plan on going to like a watch party in the area of some sort?
I haven't decided yet. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have plans of what I'm doing on Sunday yet. So, I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say, you name a spot, I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out as I get closer. People, things happen. But
Of course.
I want to ask Kev how everybody says y'all think y'all know everything. I'm really not slated to go. I promise. I don't have a ticket. I don't have a ride. I don't. Kev, I want to ask you. Nobody ever believes me. I'm so sorry.
That is
I don't believe a
shocking.
word you're
That is
saying right
shocking.
All right, Kev. How do you feel about this matchup? I promise I don't have nothing.
I think this matchup, I'm excited, but there's no type of like nervousness in it. Like I'm not nervous at all about it. I think Baltimore is a good team, but it's something about Lamar Jackson. He just can't get over the Steelers hump. He doesn't play like the MVP when he sees Mike Tomlin's defense. King Henry, I'm gonna give him some respect, but he never really thrashed the Steelers either when he was with the Titans. So both of them low key got something to prove. I want to see if they'll be able to do it. And this is definitely one of those games for the Steelers. It's like, all right, y'all beat the Commanders. If you can beat the Ravens that everyone loves, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you guys are really on the map now. Time to take them serious. But it's going to definitely be like a 5-point game, 3-point game. You know how Steelers Ravens games go. Just want to see the outcome, man.
See, this is stuff that be happening. You can ride with us. This is how I'm
over here reading the comments while I'm talking, trying not to laugh.
This is stuff that be happening. So you're right, though. Lamar has tended to struggle with this matchup, and that is why I've always said it doesn't matter who's out there. It's AFC North ball. It doesn't matter how many points they put up against other opponents. Like they average 30-something points, almost 32 points a game. With Russell, we're averaging 30, but I don't think that matters this game. I think you throw that out the window. Their defense, their pass defense especially, hasn't been so beautiful. Hasn't been as dominant as we're used to seeing. I still think because it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, you throw that out the window too. Because it's just a knockdown, drag down, respectable matchup. But go ahead, Dane. What's your expectations for this game?
I'm gonna be looking at Russ. This is his first game, against a true divisional rival with the Ravens. Against the Ravens, I'm kind of nervous about the game, because I'm always thinking, you know what, Lamar's going to get over that hump maybe one time. When is that going to be, against us? Mm-hmm. So I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about that game. I'm nervous about the game. I'm kind of confident, but I'm nervous about the game. But I just feel like we need to come out and just take it to them. Their defense is not as stellar as they used to be. You could throw on them. So I just feel like we need to come out and just go right down the field and throw the ball. All first drive, as a matter of fact. So
attack that secondary. I feel
because is Kyle Hamilton playing?
He didn't practice. I don't think he practiced today.
He did not practice today.
That's
really. I think we'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll see what happens Friday. If he's not on that report,
he's not missing the game.
Practice,
I don't think he's gonna miss the game.
You're not going to play.
That's not a game you want to just straight up miss.
You don't want to miss, but then you need Kyle Hamilton going forward. He has been the key to their defense success. I don't care what anybody says. Kyle Hamilton has been doing all the dirty work on that defense.
Even with the defense being so bad this year, Kyle Hamilton is like kind of been the bright spot of our defense. So we definitely need him, but he did not practice today. So we'll see what happens.
And even if he is, I just can't see him going out there playing a ton of snaps if he's not 100%, which I don't. Obviously, he's not. They said he got some treatment. He did have a little mini bye week there, but I do not think
Hamilton is a star.
Yeah, so there is a chance he's not out there, but I do think yes, Derrick Henry is a problem at the game plan for that. And I don't want to just like disregard him because we've done so well against him in the past. Look, our defense has made mistakes. Like any given Sunday, things could be off. And then there's the Lamar factor. And yes, does Lamar want to beat this team? Absolutely. I'm sure it's just like I gotta beat these guys. I gotta beat them in Pittsburgh too. He was so close the last time, and it just got snatched right out of his hands. In the hands of Joey Porter Jr. by the way. And victory was ours. So I get he's probably coming in here with like some major pressure to get this W. And the best thing is if this becomes the best thing I want it to be is the keeping the ball out of their hands, keeping it out of Lamar Jackson's hands, keeping it out of Derrick Henry's hands, keeping the ball with us. We need to significantly own the time of possession game. I know that may be difficult to do because Baltimore can just score so fast. So that means our run game has to be on. Our pass game has to be on. We have to dominate the time of possession. So slow walk them down, keep the ball out of their hands. And you kind of saw Cincinnati doing that. And that's how Cincinnati, they were making it happen. They were staying on the field and they were getting in the end zone. And they were getting Baltimore off the field. And that's what we got to do. They just opened the door for Baltimore. They were being a little silly. They were being a little careless. Third and 2 or 4th and 2, throwing bombs to the end zone, like doing stupid stuff like that. And you just busted the door wide open for Baltimore. So for us, time of possession and keeping the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands.
I just feel like once you got him down, you gotta
put your foot on your neck.
You gotta put him down. Because the Bengals had him. It was 21-7. Bengals had him. Then they made that mistake. And that was it. So
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't know how do you control the clock though? Because they're gonna have a good run defense. So they're probably gonna try to stop Najee and stuff like that. So what do you think about the passing game as far as controlling the clock?
I mean, I know depending on how their pass rush gets, like, what it looks like for us. They did try some screens. I do be getting tired of seeing that little toss to Najee. I don't know. That gonna be irritating me sometimes.
Don't work most of the time.
That's what I'll be like, no. I hate seeing it sometimes. But I still think Najee tends to have a good game against them. I get what they're doing on paper against the run. But I just still don't doubt these backs being successful.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the game.
I still see the backs being successful here. I get it. I see what the numbers say. But again, it's AFC North football. And
numbers don't really matter.
Not going to not attempt it. It's going to happen. Yeah, I'm getting to Deshaun Elliott now. I ain't got there yet, but it's coming.
On paper, this game on paper should be in the 30s, given the defense for the Ravens is, hasn't been great this year. And our offense has been putting up 30 a game. Pittsburgh, especially with Russell now in the lineup, has been a fluid offense the past 3 games. But I think, like you said, this is AFC North football. You throw all that stats and all the stuff that's on paper out the window, and this is going to be one of those, games in like the low to mid 20s. I get the sense it's going to be that kind of game.
Yep. I think this is probably one of the better defenses they're going to face. I think Baltimore I don't think Baltimore has seen, yes, the Browns gave them the run for their money, right? But I think this is going to be one of those good defenses that is going to give Baltimore a run for their money. Deshaun Elliott and Patrick Queen, of course, both former Ravens. Both have been playing stellar. Deshaun Elliott is leading the team in tackles right now, which I love to see and I love to say. And him and Marlon Humphrey were recently on Marlon's show together, and it was cute. Some of the clips I saw was really cute, and I love Deshaun. I think me and Deshaun Elliott have a petty gene in common, so we may be related. I How do you think Deshaun and Patrick Queen, when they meet up, in the middle of the field before that game, how do you think that's gonna go?
It's gonna go the way Minka and Patrick Queen was going at it.
Roquan.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go that way, where they just, talking smack to each other's faces, pre-game, pre-warm-ups. I feel like it's gonna go that way.
Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't know that the Ravens didn't offer Patrick Queen anything. Like, they didn't, even say, I did not know that. So that was news to me today, that they were even slightly interested in bringing him back. So if I'm him, I got a little chip on my shoulder, because, you ain't call, you ain't text, you ain't send a message. Good luck.
He should. He
hasn't talked to them since. And I've been on your team for 4 years. I got a problem. with that. The Knicks must
now.
Kev is stressing.
You said, I'm watching the Knicks game. I just watched Josh Hart give up foul. What's his name on the 3-point line?
It's stressing.
I said I was going to start watching basketball till the NFL season's over. I can't take the early season struggles.
You a Knicks fan, Kev? You a Knicks fan?
Yeah, man.
Same here, man. Same here. I had the game on, and I don't know if y'all noticed me making faces and stuff, but
yeah, I look. Kev is like, what? What is going on? That's how I was like, the Knicks must be losing because Kev is over there struggling.
God.
But
I'm sweating and all that. Like, it was crazy, man. Crazy, man.
Yeah, tough loss.
But yeah, we're talking about Patrick Queen and that just animosity he might have.
I think it's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna have a crazy game Sunday.
I hope so.
I think he'll be ready. He's getting better and better each game. He's getting more comfortable, more aggressive. So yeah, I think he's going to step up this week.
He's going to have his big moment this game.
Yeah, I think so. Whether it's a fumble, whether it's an INT, he's going to do something big. Just a matter of what he's going to do.
How you feeling, Trey?
He Patrick Queen. I've watched some of his games. He's definitely played well for the Steelers. The matchup I'm looking forward to is him and Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
that's the matchup I'm looking forward to right there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be ready.
It won't really be him. Derrick Henry gonna have to worry about E-Rob.
Okay, and Derrick Henry gonna be ready.
And
I'll say that.
I think that Elandon Roberts is kind of taking some of them snaps away from our guy Logan. Logan. But I'm not mad at him.
Peyton Wilson.
Peyton
Wilson,
Lee.
yeah.
You know what I was talking about. Y'all know I've been doing that all year. I said I warned y'all I was gonna be calling him Logan, but his name is Peyton. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know who I'm talking about by now. We in week 11. Like,
Yeah, he's straight. That's temporary.
Landon's gonna be taking some straps from Wilson. I just call him Wilson, but I want y'all to know what I'm talking about. But obviously, if I can't get that right, how you gonna know?
Both Wilsons.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that matchup too. Cam Hayward, who obviously had a great game against the Commanders, like, don't discount Cam. He's gonna be impactful. So, yeah, my bad. Look, y'all don't be laughing at me. I be calling Peyton Logan. It's just I don't know why he look like Logan to me. He always gonna.
That's what I'm gonna watch that though. I'm gonna definitely watch the trenches battle all the time. Like, really unnecessary. I want to see the Ravens offensive line versus our defensive line. I definitely want to see that. Like, that's gonna be the number one thing I want to see.
Tell me about your secondary. What is the problem, Trey? What's going on over there?
It's miscommunication. I think it's the defensive coordinator, Zach Orr, who's the former player. It can't be personnel. Like, it just can't be that. We've had that same personnel last year. I think it's just a combination of them not, understanding the calls, Zach Orr not, understanding what he's calling. And honestly, we played a lot of zone coverages this season. and they just have not been great at it. Now, shout out my guy Maestro. We were talking about this on the pod last night, and I said, look, this may be a game where they may have to start playing man. I know the Commanders played quite a lot of that in the game against y'all on Sunday. Sometimes you just got to have the personnel to continue to play man. I'm not sure the Commanders had the personnel to do that. I believe we have the personnel to play man for the majority of the game. I understand we'll get back into a little bit of zone, but I think they got to try something different here this time.
Okay? So let me ask you, man, who you putting on 14? And man,
I'm gonna put the vet. I'm gonna put the vet Humphrey on there.
44.
I'm gonna put number 44 on there. Now the kid Wiggins. He's gonna get his time. He's out there. He's got to get his feet wet. He's a first round pick. He's gonna go through the growing pains. And look, Chase burnt them several times against Cincinnati. He's gotten his fair share of barbecue chicken over the course of the season so far. But if they decide that they're gonna put Wiggins on Pickens, look. Do what you got to do. Like, you're gonna have to go through these growing pains. Pickens is going to get his. Like, we just got to accept that. We just got to accept that.
And Mike Williams, I didn't talk about him at all. Actually, it was his first game. Of course, he made the game-winning touchdown ultimately. And now it's like, okay, now you have something else to account for. You have this kind of two big guys that can obviously get that moon ball from a Russell Wilson. So you got a 44 here. Who are you gonna put on 18?
So we gonna put Stevens on him. That's just how I see it. Gonna put Stevens on him.
That's 21.
Number 21, yeah. Number 21. And like I said, I think if they go man and they allow Kyle Hamilton to just roam the backfield, let him do what he does, best, I think we'll have some success there. I think we'll have some success.
What if he doesn't play?
Well, then they're gonna have to give Trey White, who we got in the trade, they're gonna have to give him some snaps. And I'm not confident. I am not confident that he's gonna be ready to, get back out there. He's coming off of a torn Achilles, and he's not been the same guy he was in Buffalo a few years ago, just because of those injuries. So, and honestly, that wasn't the trade that I wanted. We were looking for pass rush, and instead they went secondary. So.
And wide receiver, which y'all don't need in my opinion, but
right. Who was that?
Depth. That was a depth move. Not saying I agree with it. But I'm glad to have Deontay Johnson. Especially with yeah, well look.
They catch the first down, he go 5 yards back.
Oh, stop that. Stop.
Look.
I can't say nothing bad about
he can run routes. He can run routes for
he
sure.
Can. He definitely can.
He can do that for sure. Does he have some of the dropsies every now and then? Yes, he does. But I'm happy to have him. Look, and look, like I said, it's depth. If something, God forbid, happens to Zay Flowers, then Deontay Johnson's gonna get some of those snaps. So, but knock on wood, we got to keep our guys healthy.
Look, next Nelson Aguilar, all of a sudden he could catch, and he's been catching balls. I'm sorry to hear that, but he's been catching balls for y'all. Rashad Bateman's been used, and he's catching balls now. I just knew 15 was going to need to drop balls, but yeah, he's catching. Mark Andrews, he's quietly, just been a weapon. I feel like he hasn't had an explosive season, but you guys are still getting it done. Derrick Henry, of course, is the thing the person everyone's talking about, leading the league in rushing and doing what he's doing on the ground, and
MVP candidate. Yep.
Yeah, but they're like they're giving it to Lamar, right? Like everyone's like Lamar is locked in on.
Look, Lamar is in a room by himself, and everybody that's a candidate is knocking on the door trying to get into that room.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lamar Jackson.
I'm happy for Lamar Jackson. He can have a great game against everybody but us. And whatever. There is respect there. I think I just love the fact that yeah. All right, Dane. I know Dane got to go, but we'll catch you later. We're actually about to wrap up here.
Sorry about that, guys. I got to roll out.
No, man. We're happy to have you. We're so happy to have you, and the positivity that you brought. We get to cherish it.
Yeah, man. Keep the co-sign when praising going, man.
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a good night now. All right.
All right, bro. All love.
All right now.
So like overall, it's going to be a great matchup, and I just hope that it meets my expectation of being this. I don't want it to be touchdown for touchdown. I don't want to see that. The people at home might want to see that, but that's not what I know this to be. Huh?
You don't want to see a shootout?
No.
You don't want to see
that means my defense isn't doing what I know they're capable of doing.
Sure.
And so that's why I don't want to see a shootout, because where's my what y'all got going on with the Bengals? That ain't us. I don't want that to be us, because it just shows a lack of defense. And that's not what this team is built on. So we're at the top of points allowed in the league, and I want us to stay there. And we can't be allowing no 30, 40-point game shootout. I know Russell was capable of getting in the end zone, but I don't want that happening. So, time of possession, be able to run the ball on them, get some good looks. I want some more short passes, whether it's to the tight ends or if it's a Calvin Austin in the middle. I want to see a little bit more of that.
Objectively, Roquan Smith, I don't know what the hell is going on with this cat this year. I don't know if he's gained 15, 20 pounds, but he just looks slow and slow as hell this year. And the tight ends, you match him up against a tight end or running back in the flat, he's barbecue chicken all day long. So it would be at the Steelers' best interest, like you talked about with short passes. You match him up with Frymouth. I don't know how he's gonna do. He's just him too. That I don't know how Roquan's gonna be able to deal with that if he keeps playing at this slow pace. I don't know what's going on with him this year.
Oh man! Anything else, Kev? What you got about this matchup? Anything else that I left out? Special teams is a problem though, because Justin Tucker, I don't know what his problem is either.
Yeah, he falling off, but it's just gonna be Ravens Steelers. It's gonna be the closest to real football you're gonna get all year. So I don't want to see a high scoring game either. That to me, that's not Steelers Ravens. I don't know what that is. I'm looking forward to a 16,
y'all say that for Ohio.
16, 14, 10-9.
Y'all say that mess for Ohio.
I'm expecting something low like that.
We ain't one of them ones right there.
I think that the winner of this game is the team that don't shoot themselves in the foot. Simple as that. The team that don't shoot themselves in the foot, whether it's penalties, turnovers, anything self-inflicted, they got a good chance of winning. This matchup is always down to the turnover game or penalties or whatnot. So I'm looking forward to real football.
I think the Ravens offensive line is still gonna get them flags. I don't know what it is about that offensive line, but they getting a flag or 2 or 3 a game.
Yeah, they made me go crazy against Cincinnati with false starts and all that stuff. But for as bad as they've been talked about, that unit, they have protected Lamar quite well throughout the year. So whatever you want to deal with that, they've played pretty solid up to this point. just say something about the defense though, because for as bad as the Ravens defense has played, and I'll say in particular those 2 games in Cincinnati, Marlon Humphrey comes up with that opportunistic play that swings the game like that. It was the interception in the first Bengals matchup in the fourth quarter, and then this past matchup, it was him knocking the ball out of Chase Brown's arms to get that turnover and flip that game into our favor. So every now and then, we'll give up stuff from 20 to 20, or in this case, goal line to goal line this year. He will come up with a play. One of these drives, I think he's going to make that game-changing turnover that's going to flip the game in the Ravens' favor.
I think he has like 4 interceptions this year. So he's he's doing the best he can, and I feel like it's been a little while since we've seen that Marlon Humphrey. So
it's been
congratulations to him. I hope he skips a week. Skip a week this week, Marlo. But yeah, so it's gonna be a great matchup. It's not one of those matchups like I don't know what was going on with the Commanders and why they were so high off life and unhumble, but I don't have the same energy that I had to spend on them for the Ravens. Just a lot of respect here. It just is what it is. I feel like the players are gonna like. I could talk the trash during the game based off that, but it's like it's so much respect. Like we know what it is. It's gonna be a knockdown, drag down fight, and there's no point of me even wasting my breath. Because we gonna have to do it again in a few weeks again. Like it's no
right. Oh yeah, it's love on the side.
It'll sort itself out.
yeah, absolutely.
But definitely the best rivalry in football.
For sure.
Facts.
For sure, Ken.
Because it's not
no doubt about it. I usually ask for score prediction at this time as we wrap up. Trey, since you are a special guest today, what's your score prediction?
24-20 Ravens.
24-20 Ravens.
24-20, yep.
Okay. We got a 21-17 in the comments. We got a 30-something earlier. What you got, Kev?
Mine's is 21-17. Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I'll wait till the day. I don't know. I got to fill some things out here. I was close last week. I think I said 27-24, something like that. 27-24 Steelers. So I was close last week.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be them 40-something point games. I hope it's not, because that tells me a lot about my defense, and I don't like that. No. Yeah, y'all getting 30 plus points on me. That will hurt my feelings about this defense.
Yeah.
I don't even think they believe they're gonna get 30 points this game.
Yeah.
They know.
Well, they're gonna have to believe. They're gonna have to believe, especially with the defense playing the way it is. They're gonna have to believe.
I respect that. That's
all right. Well, got you.
Trey, tell everybody where they can find you, because you said you and your co-host over there, who happens to be a Steelers fan, by the way. So they're good people.
Yeah, and I
good people.
And I always get on him for not coming on your show. And
he got to
come
over here.
He's got to come through the Steelers chat one of these days. But
yes.
Trey Frazier here, Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You see the Twitter handle down there at Barbershop SPOR2. Also, you can find us on Twitch, also on Instagram as well at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. We do the show every Tuesday night, 7:00 Eastern time. We do a live podcast, and then we post the episode. We post the audio the following day.
Okay. And Kev, everybody knows Kev, but remind the people that may be new here that don't know you and where they can find you and when your shows air.
Steelers for 7 podcast live Mondays and Fridays. This Friday is my birthday, so we're not doing a show on Friday.
Hey, happy birthday, Kev.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Same day as my son. He's turning 10 on Friday.
Fire. I'm gonna add another stamp to my old head card. I just got that like 3 years ago. So
You got your AARP. Let's go.
But yeah, Steals for 7 podcast, all platforms, man, all socials, man. Tap in, and we're gonna be live tomorrow. YouTube, Twitch, and X. We're gonna be live 8 p.m.
All right, let's do it.
Appreciate
Let's do it.
all
Happy
y'all
birthday,
showing
everybody else.
love in the comments.
All right, y'all. We're out here. Dex couldn't join us tonight, but I know he has a lot to say. He was very happy with the performance and he saw a lot of things on tape. But we will talk to Dex next week. Y'all having a wonderful evening. Thank you, Trey, for being our special guest today. I appreciate you. And shout out to Dane as well. Y'all have a good night. Thanks to everybody in the comments. I know I didn't put a whole lot
game, man. We're gonna bounce back. So Trey, we're gonna bounce back next game, man.
I can't wait till my Wizards play y'all and get a W.
Knicks gonna bounce back for sure. For sure.
Shout out to the Wizards, my baby Wizards. Love y'all. All right, y'all. Good night.
All right.